And that's why you'll understand there are two Steve Kellys in this broadcast. There's Steve Kelly with a spare. And a 4-drop for Steve Kelly. Just had to double check the split stat there. Or the sleeper pin. There's a spare for Aaron St. Cyr. Great shot. St. Cyr's in the pocket, and he'll open up with an opening statement of a strike. Steve Kelly on the 6 and the 9 for a spare. It was a great opening pocket shot in its own right. Steve Kelly not taking Aaron St. Cyr's strike, laying down both. Steve Kelly, 57% on the perfect box percentage, 8,557 Cecil total pins, and there's a strike for Steve Kelly. And Steve Kelly, that's another spare. So 2 big 20s in a row. And Aaron St. Cyr with a spare as well. Steve Kelly is sparing that up, and he'll spare it up once again. 4 marks in a row for Steve Kelly, 66 and a bonus in 4. Aaron St. Cyr also with a mark, that's 50. Steve Kelly rides that rail but stays on, that's another spare. Good looking shot on paper. Steve Kelly, there's another mark. He's at 90 and 6. Half Worcester plus a friend. Aaron St. Cyr, 247. And goodbye, that piece of wood perpendicular to the 2 took everything out. And there's a layup spare for Steve Kelly to start things out. And Aaron St. Cyr will, or excuse me, Steve Kelly will drop 6. St. Cyr with a 10 drop of a strike. For a potential spare opportunity here. And will that be a spare? And it will be. That would made it dicey, but out with nothing else in between. That's a 2-drop and a 2-fill. Rough luck there. And Aaron St. Cyr for the double, and it's a double. Steve Kelly on the 1-3. Whatever that was, it ended up being a spare for doing pretty great on the head pins in particular. Steve Kelly on the single pin spare, and he's got it. That's 9 drops all but the 4. And St. Cyr, he's on the pocket, and there's a strike for Aaron St. Cyr, though. Firing out like cannons to start the 4th game. And Steve Kelly with a mark of his own, though. Both the DeBurrow family opened in 1963 and celebrated 60 years of operation in December of 2023. It's a split for Aaron St. Cyr, spread equal minus the 7. Steve Kelly, 1, 2, 4, 9. And there's a spare for Steve Kelly. And Steve Kelly's on the mark, and he's got that mark. No mark for St. Cyr. Steve Kelly's on the single, and he's all over that single pin spare. The 4 and the 10 for Steve Kelly. St. Cyr for his single pin spare, and he's got it. Wow, it looked like it was going to take both pins, but something just got deflected a little bit away from the 8. Aaron St. Cyr will take a spare, and that will be 10 after 1 for Aaron St. Cyr, and a bonus. We'll punch 3 of the 4 pins, leaving the 8 and the 10. Aaron St. Cyr on the 10 pin for the spare, and he's got it. That's 33 and a